Hi everyone. Today let's dive into another anime that's both intriguing and a little arachnophobic inducing. Soma Spider So What? Now, before you get caught in a web of assumptions, let's unravel the intricate threads of the series and uncover its hidden depths. And yes, it's one of the animes with a long title. Like that time I got reincarnated as a slime, or I've been killing slimes for 300 years, or even trapped in a dating sim, the world of Otomo games is tough for mobs. Luckily, this one actually has meaning. Its real meaning being, even though I'm a spider, I will survive. Where she quite literally says, before we get tangled up, I must warn you, this anime isn't for the faint of heart spider phobes out there. This show is quite literally crawling with spiders. It's honestly terrible, so even before you watch this video, be warned, a lot of spiders will be seen. Because we're on the topic of things that are terrible to look at, let's look at this. Yes, that is a 3D dragon. Most of the spiders and enemies are in 3D, like this frog fiend thing and this big dragon guy, Abara. Even our MC is CG most of the time, yet it's actually surprisingly good for her. Most of the time CG isn't the best, but the studio behind this did a surprisingly good job, with the exception when they don't. But those moments are far and few between, and the action we get more than makes up for it. For the models used for Kumiko, they aren't that bad at all. One of the major issues with CG is the shading, but it looks great. At least they got her model looking good. Sadly, as said before, other models do suffer. Abara, one of the main dragon bosses she fights, looks like this. It's not anything to write home about, that's for sure. But when it comes to the spiders, it works quite nicely. Mainly because the spiders are just walking polygons. And when it comes to her other forms, they do get spikier, which does work well with CG shading. But if you're able to put up with the CG, then you're in luck because the frequent battles she has more than makes up for it. The major win for all CG is the ability to easily move around models in an environment. And for an anime where a lot of fights happens, it easily takes advantage of this fact, allowing for more dynamic battles. Honestly, in my view, it all works out in the end. A lot of subpar isekai have stat screens showing up so they can show off a character's power level. It's just a cop-out, and how many other worlds out there do they have an RARL system for a video game? Honestly, if a show has a basic stat screen appearance, that really just shows its quality. If we look at Konosuba, they have guild cards, which guilds are a problem in their own. That shows their stats in quotation marks. Konosuba really doesn't rely on this aspect though, but mainly uses it as a joke to make fun of Kazuya and show how skills are gained. Even in Eminence of the Shadow, they don't even have the stats at all. My main Sid is just so cool, they don't even need it. In this anime, they do have stat screen, but it's actually used properly. For this show, they used it way better. Instead of just straight up giving her what she wanted with a skill panel, they start off small with an appraisal at level 1 when she needed information the most. It's as reliable as a child telling her that a rock is a rock and a wall is a wall. Anyone could tell you that. So, as she grows stronger, the more information she has on the world grows as well, eventually leading her to find out the dark secrets of the world. Enter our main spider, Kumiko, a character who turns adversity into a comedic web of survival. Trapped in the bottom of an endgame labyrinth, Kumiko's siblings are quite literally out for blood. But here's the kicker. Kumiko doesn't let any of that faze her. Her mantra, I think, therefore I am. And let me tell you, that's a philosophy you need when you're stuck in a labyrinth full of danger. My main girl is stuck as a spider at the bottom of an endgame labyrinth. That stuff is uber difficult to survive. She's in such a desperate situation, all you can really do is say, so what? I want to be the Pirate King, so what? I'm stuck in a zombie apocalypse, so what? I'm a ghoul, so what? It's mainly a line that Kumiko would say herself. I'm in a terrible situation, I'll deal with it. This is the embodiment of the show and Kumiko as a character. It shows us the situation she's in, and it tells us in a joking manner something she does throughout the anime. We do see considerable growth from her as a character as well. Near the beginning, she is just way more panicked, trying to figure things out, getting mad at every small thing, not really keeping a cool head about things. But after surviving many near-death encounters, she learns to keep calm and carry on through even more near-death encounters. What makes her a great character is what makes Akira from Psalm 100 a great character. It's their style. Despite their horrible circumstances, they have positivity on their mind, bringing an aura of joy with them. Death is around every corner, but that doesn't stop you from finding joy in the little things. If you want to know more about her mental state, just watch the ending of the show. There are two, but both are Kumiko singing about wanting to try to survive in her desperate situation. Now let's take a spin over to the B plot of the show. It's like a side dish that comes with your main course. but it could have been left out, just like the werehog mode of Sonic Unleashed. Kumako's classmates are in a bit of a pickle, scattered across the world, misplaced like a set of keys on a planetary scale. I have to admit, this subplot isn't the show's strongest thread, akin to the extra ingredients of a familiar recipe. It's not essential, yet it adds a unique flavor to the overall dish. But hold on, there's more. This B-plot isn't just a casual side story, it has its own full-fledged narrative and plotline. In fact, if it were separate, it could be its own standing anime. The characters have their own dilemmas and intriguing arcs to navigate. However, let's be honest, while it's interesting, it's not quite as captivating as the parts that revolve around our 8-legged heroine Kumiko. Think of it like this. The B-plot is like a side of fries, enjoyable on its own, but not exactly the star of the meal. On the other hand, Kumiko's adventures are like an exceptionally delicious milkshake, something you'd rave about to your friends. You could easily indulge in the milkshake alone and savor every sip, but there's a combo deal at the restaurant you're at that throws in fries for free. So you begrudgingly dip them into your milkshake, and to your surprise, the mix actually tastes pretty good. Eventually, you realize the fries are a nice complement to the milkshake, even though your heart still craves more of the creamy goodness. The truth is, on my second watch through of the show, I found myself appreciating the B-plot more. Once I had the bigger picture, the individual ingredients started to blend together in a more cohesive experience. So while I wish there was more milkshake and fewer fries, now I see the value in the complete package. In this spider-filled tapestry of an anime, power scaling is the silk that binds everything together. Similar to a masterful arachnid crafting its intricate threads, Kumiko's journey is a remarkable one, drawing parallels to Ari Furueta's ascent from the depths of the dungeon. While Hajime had companions by his side, Kumiko forges her path alone, climbing resolutely from the abyss. As she squares off against progressively formidable foes, her evolution feels genuinely earned, a testament to her unwavering determination. Yet, at the core of this anime lies an even deeper theme: survival. In a landscape where many isekai narratives lead into the overpowered trips, Soma Spider So What dares to carve a different path. It doesn't merely flirt on the notion of survival, it wholeheartedly embraces the challenge, the struggle, and the indomitable tendencies to persevere. This is where the show's heart truly beats, resonating with a powerful message that transcends its fantastical world. Walking a delicate narrative tightrope between the survival and growth, Kumiko's journey unfolds in an environment that's more hostile than hospitable. Her battles are not only against monsters, but also against the very odds stacked against her. And this is where the narrative strikes its most impactful chord. It's a testament to her relentless spirit, her determination to not just exist, but to thrive in a world that seeks to consume her. Kumiko's unwavering resilience in the face of her relentless challenge is a rallying cry against the norms of a power-tripping isekai story. This narrative stance underscores the depths of her characters, painting her as a symbol of determination and hope in the direst of circumstances. It's not just about survival for Kumiko. It's about defying fate and finding a way to flourish against all odds. This narrative thread weaves together the show's many layers, elevating it beyond a simple fantasy into a captivating exploration of human spirits capable to thrive under the harshest conditions. In a manner of reminiscence to Furueta, let's talk about the point where the protagonist becomes overwhelmingly powerful. Many anime stories thread this path, leading to one-sided encounters that lack tension of true battles. Unfortunately, Soma Spider So What also ventures into this territory, though it does it so right towards the conclusion. However, the anime sidesteps revealing the potential implications of this power surge, creating a lack of clarity in how the story shifts gears. Kumiko's battles showcase her incredible determination, but as she grows stronger, a tipping point is reached where her opponents barely pose a challenge. This series concludes before exploring the consequences of this shift, leaving us with a blend of satisfaction and curiosity. While other shows might get caught in a web of cliches, Soma Spider So What uses its unique premise to keep us enlightened in its narrative. It's not just about spiders, it's about embracing challenges head-on, even if you got 8 legs. So before you judge this anime for its cover or its critters, give it a spin to discover its hidden charm. And that's a wrap for today's exploration of Soma Spider So What. If you're intrigued by the protagonist who truly spins adversary into golden silk, this anime might be for you. Until next time, keep those web-slinging dreams alive, and remember, it's not about being a spider. It's about saying so what to the challenges that come your way. I'm Ian Alloy, and for now, a bye-bye.